By now, most people have heard about Bitcoins, and with a raised eyebrow, believe it's another scam. However, Bitcoin's been around for many years now, and currently is worth a lot. So why do so many individuals desire this seemingly sketchy asset? By the end of this video, you'll understand why more people every day believe in Bitcoin's value. Bitcoin allows us to operate globally. Bitcoin is more than just a payment system.
When the institutions miss the boat, they bring the boat back.
Please raise your hand if you have a smartphone. Was that difficult to use at first when you first started using a smartphone?
Hi, my name is Davinci Jeremy, and back in 2011, I decided to investigate Bitcoin, and I did a Google search, and I read the first web page that I saw, and I thought, scam, this is not possible. And I sent an email to my subscriber, this is a scam, I'm going to show you how it's a scam because I'm a software developer, I can read the source code, and so I did that, and I was like, oh darn. This is not a scam. I gotta get me some of this. And I started buying at $1. And I told my YouTube subscribers, every once in a while, something comes along that, you can buy really cheap. And then one day people are going, man, that was a smart thing to buy. Well, this is one of them. I was serious. I believed that Bitcoin was going to be the world reserve currency. And this is the reason why everyone thinks Bitcoin has value. They see, the same people who buy Bitcoin and hodl Bitcoin, they see Bitcoin becoming money of the internet and of the world. Now, there's a lot to learn about Bitcoin and why we see this as the world reserve currency in the future. And the reason why we do that, we believe this, is because Bitcoin is limited in supply. Meaning there's only going to be 21 million of them and no more. And on top of that, right, it's fast to transfer to anyone in the world, right? So it makes it 10 times better. Have you ever done a wire transfer to somebody in another country? It not only took days, but it could get lost. And you would have to call and find out where it is. And they'd be like, I don't know where it is. Your bank needs to call it. And the other bank would be like, I don't know where it is. Your bank needs to call it. And it'd be back and forth. That's all going with Bitcoin. It's instant. It's just peer-to-peer. It's direct to that person. And it's a lot faster. And with next to nothing transfer fees. We also see the great potential of when it becomes a world reserve currency, because there's code written into Bitcoin that allows us to do all kinds of complex financial transactions with one another. Transactions that nobody can do without a lawyer and government and judges and a whole bunch of people that are going to take a cut. Now that's all programmed into Bitcoin, and makes this really exciting technology. Also, Bitcoin is unconfiscatable. That's critical. That's very critical. Did you know that if you have PayPal or Venmo, they can freeze your account because it's a third-party company that's running that. They control whether or not you could transfer that money to another person. And if they don't like the person that you sent it to, well, that your money could get frozen. That can't happen with Bitcoin. In order for someone to take your Bitcoins, they're going to have to hold you up and convince you to transfer the money to them. That's the only way. Making Bitcoin a very strong and powerful currency that I see in the future everyone is going to be using because of all the significant advantages of speed, ability to increase in value, because you know what, as you know, our current system, they print money out of nothing and hand it out like candy. And they don't hand it out to you and me, middle class. No. They hand it out to the very rich. Sometimes they might give you a stimulus check or two. Other than that, right, the big guys, they get paid first, then you get paid last. And so that causes prices to go up, and then you become poorer and poorer over time. No more will you have to worry about saving your dollars and wondering if it's going to get eaten away by inflation. By saving Bitcoin, you know that prices will go up in the future. You'll be able to buy more with your Bitcoins. Why? Because there's only 21 million and there's never going to be any more. And so no one's going to be able to print more, no one's going to create more, no one's going to be able to devalue your labor or your savings. And this excites me the most because for a longest while, I wondered, how am I going to save when I don't know the value of money in the future? I don't know if $1 million is going to be enough. I don't know if $2 million is going to be enough. Now, with Bitcoin, you can save and you know that you're going to have more than you need when it's time to retire, because the value will constantly go up because there's always a limited supply, and that's a critical feature of Bitcoin. Another cool thing about Bitcoin is the transparency in the transactions. There is ways for you to see all the transactions that have occurred to every single Bitcoin that's ever existed. You won't know who actually did the transaction, but you will know that it did occur and no one cheated the system. That is a huge advantage of Bitcoin that I also like, and everyone else likes as well. I'm not telling you to buy Bitcoin. I think you should take some more time to research this topic and learn more about what Bitcoin is all about, because it's important that you understand this whole technology, how it exactly works, because I didn't mention any technical details in this video. And then before you actually buy any large sum of Bitcoins, you should buy a small amount and test it out, play with it, buy something with Bitcoins, because there are places that will accept Bitcoin, and then go on to buy a little bit more. And if you really enjoy using it, and I think you will see, just like the rest of us, the power of Bitcoin. So thank you for watching, and then make sure that you like and subscribe, because we're going to be doing a lot more videos like this. Cheers.